Greetings and welcome, all you traditional slip joint enthusiasts from around the world, to Baxter's Blades. You're entering the Tiger Pit. Today, we are going to check out a Rough Rider. Yes, it has been quite a while since I've done a review of a Rough Rider. These pocket knives were some of the very first ones I collected that got me into the pocket knife world. They are the gateway drug because they are what, $10 to $20? Awesome build construction. Now, this was a gift from Mike Adams. When I did a trade with him recently, he threw this in for free. What a swell guy. So just a note, if you do any trades with him, he might throw something in for free. Maybe he just does for me because, well, I'm a knife channel and I review knives, and well, he's a good pal. So anyways, this is the Rough Rider Tater Skin Brown Burlap Mikata series. I do not know what this one is called, but it is RR2376. And I'm going to compare it to this Rough Rider Magician's Canoe because it is very similar to Canoe. This one is RR2223. Let's check out the knife. Yes, the Tater Skin Rough Rider's brown. Well, they call it burlap. It almost seems like a canvas, brown canvas micarta, less like the thick weave of an actual burlap. But I guess burlap varies. So check it out. It's like a canoe with a real swoop there. A rough water canoe, maybe. And it does have a spear point blade, like a canoe, and a smaller pen blade, like a canoe. I call it a canoe. I don't know what they call this. It has the kind of copperhead bolsters on either end that hide the tangs. So very pocketable. But to compare this knife, whatever it is called, I'm sure you can let me know in the comments, as some of you may have one. This Rough Rider Magician's knife, which is red bone on one side, green bone on the other. To me, a Christmas knife. I picked this up for my father for Christmas because it's red and green. So you can see the difference there. So essentially a canoe, but yet different. Now, here is the spear point blade on this one, and the pen blade, much smaller. The pull on this is much lighter than this family for sure. And when I say family, I mean I have a couple. I have the large stockman, which is a lot like a Case 75 stockman, except you have sloped bolsters here, and this does have half stops. Let's pull all the blades out here. This is a fantastic knife. I probably got it for $13. Absolute amazing. If you like brown burlap, if you like Federal shields, you can see the RR snapped on the Federal shield there. You'll love this. Now, they do all have a black G10 underliners. Set that down there. And then my other one, which is kind of a cigar shape, this is their moose, and it is different than Rough Rider's other moose. And I do believe it was Charles who had a Shanton Morgan made by Queen. No, it was a Remington or a Winchester. It is exactly like this. I'm wondering if Rough Rider stole that design. You can see it has a cutaway because the clip point lies so low. Nice strong pull here, half stops, swedging, and an interesting kind of spay blade. This is a chunk for sure. Cigar pattern. They do have brass underliners, possibly brass pins, maybe nickel silver. But yeah, this pull is strong. This is 6 into a 7. You can see the match strike long pull there, the swedging. Yeah, very different blade shape than the other Canoe, and this pen blade is much bigger than a normal Canoe. Now they all have the R stamped on the front bolster, but not on the pile side. Awesome large stockman, and this is a really nice moose. Look at the swedging and the match strike pull on that. They are thick, they are heavy. Guess I'll just leave the blade out there like that. But yes, Rough Ryder makes fantastic knives. They are all made in China. These are 440A stainless steel. This was, I believe, like $10. A much easier pull, very smooth, glassy action on this. But let's compare just the blades out. Very different. Kind of like a bow trapper Canoe. You really get that kind of downward cant for making cuts. Oh man, can I do it? Whew, that's like an 8 pull right there. Very peculiar. That is some awesome build construction, and the pin blades. Canoe is a fantastic pattern. I find I do not carry him that much because, well, I'm more of a clip point fan than a spear point fan. Yes, they are fantastic blade shapes for sure. To me, that just gives me so much more of the fizz. What an awesome clip point and stockman. Very unique clip point, possibly a California clip or Turkish clip on this. But they are fantastic knives. I have a couple of case Canoes, which are very plain because they do not have swedging. But if you just want to get into a good budget-friendly knife at a fantastic build quality, I mean, look at that. No gaps. You got some brass liners. You don't have a brass liner in the middle, which is kind of cool. It gives it a thinner aspect to it. Same with this one. A lot of their mooses are constructed like that. This moose is different than the other ones where it has a brass midliner in the middle there, and you do see a small gap there, but very small. You probably can't even see any light through it. So yes, the Tater Skin, the brown burlap Mikata. Really nice. More of a dirt brown, I guess, than case. Hence why they call it a Tater Skin. A very nice micarta, a very welcome addition to my Rough Ryder collection. I'm not sure how much I will carry this because this really isn't my style that much, but I really do appreciate Mike Adams throwing this in. It is definitely a pattern I do not have. Oh, they all do have a pinches to the front bolster and the end caps. You can see there. And I love the case 75 stockman. They do not have half stops. These have half stops, which I find very interesting on a 3-bladed knife. It definitely makes it interesting, and they do have swedging on it that case does not have. Again, the big sheep's foot blade. And a Rough Ryder spade blade, which is definitely different than the case blade. These do come fairly sharp for 440A stainless steel. I'm not a huge fan of Federal shields. I'm not sure why. Reminds me of the old police badges. But definitely unique than your stereotypical Rough Ryder. Well, I appreciate you all joining me in the Tiger Pit for this viewing and a Rough Ryder video. I just wanted to break up the Jack Wolf marathon that I'm going on. 3 episodes of essentially the same knife with different covers. That last one in Redbone, Smooth Redbone, will be coming soon. You all stay sharp, be kind, and take chances. Take care.